Not many drinks are as popular around the world as Heineken. This iconic beer has managed to carve out a special place in the hearts of beer lovers everywhere. You can see its green bottle and red star everywhere, from the bustling streets of New York to the serene countryside of France. From big cities to small towns, Heineken has become a symbol of quality and tradition. But this famous beer has a special way of being made, using the best ingredients, carefully selected to ensure the highest quality. With a history of brewing for over 150 years, Heineken has perfected its craft, blending tradition with innovation.
This is the story of Heineken, a journey that began in a small brewery and has grown into a global phenomenon. A journey from a tiny barley seed to the crisp, cool beer enjoyed all over the world, bringing people together one sip at a time. Heineken's story starts in 1864 in Amsterdam with Gerard Adrian Heineken, a visionary who saw the potential in brewing. He had a simple goal: to make a really good beer, one that people would love and remember. Heineken still cares about quality today, ensuring that every bottle meets the high standards set over a century ago.
It's a story of doing things the old way, respecting the traditional methods that have been passed down through generations, and also finding new ways, embracing modern technology to enhance the brewing process and improve the final product. Of respecting how things were done a long time ago, while always striving to make them better, more efficient, and more delicious. It's a delicate balance of tradition and innovation, a commitment to excellence that has kept Heineken at the forefront of the brewing industry. It's a story that takes us from the farms where the barley grows, nurtured by skilled farmers who understand the importance of quality ingredients, to the factories where Heineken is made with care and skill by dedicated workers who take pride in their craft.
Come with us as we celebrate Heineken, a brand that has stood the test of time and continues to thrive, and explore its amazing journey from the brewery to your bottle, a journey filled with passion, dedication, and a love for great beer. We'll look at how Heineken is made, from the selection of the finest ingredients to the meticulous brewing process. Why its special A yeast is important, a unique strain that gives Heineken its distinctive flavor and character. And how they make sure every sip tastes great through rigorous quality control and a commitment to excellence.
Every good beer starts with good ingredients. It's the foundation of any great brew, and Heineken is no exception. The journey to that perfect sip begins with the careful selection of the finest raw materials. For Heineken, this means using the best malted barley, clean water, and fragrant hops. Each ingredient is meticulously chosen to ensure the highest quality. The brewmaster's expertise plays a crucial role in this selection process. These simple ingredients are what make Heineken taste like Heineken. The unique combination of these elements creates a flavor profile that is both distinctive and refreshing. The quality of these ingredients is super important. Rigorous quality control measures are in place to ensure that every batch meets Heineken's high standards.
Water, sometimes called the most important part of beer, is carefully chosen because it's pure. The purity of the water directly impacts the clarity and taste of the final product. Heineken knows that the water changes how the beer tastes. That's why they go to great lengths to source the best water, often from natural springs, and ensure it undergoes thorough filtration. Malted barley, the heart of the beer, gives the sugars that turn into alcohol. This process is essential for creating the beer's body and flavor. Heineken only uses the best barley for a smooth flavor. The quality of the barley ensures a consistent and enjoyable taste in every sip.
Hops, the spice of the beer, make it bitter, adding a complexity that balances the sweetness of the malt. Give it a nice smell, contributing to the beer's aromatic profile, and make it more interesting. The bitterness and aroma from the hops create a multi-layered experience for the drinker. Heineken uses a special kind of hops for their light bitterness and flowery smell. This specific variety of hops is key to achieving Heineken's signature taste. These special ingredients, along with Heineken's traditional brewing process, are what make Heineken so unique. The dedication to quality and tradition is evident in every bottle, ensuring that each sip is a testament to Heineken's legacy of excellence. Heineken's journey from brewery to bottle starts with a little barley grain. First, the malted barley is ground into a fine powder. This lets the sugars inside the barley come out, getting it ready for the next important step: mashing.
The powder is then mixed with clean water and heated slowly. This wakes up special helpers in the malt that break down the starches into sugars. Heineken is very careful about the temperature and time. This gets the most sugar out and changes how the beer will taste.
This sugary liquid called wort is the start of the beer. It has all the sugars the yeast needs to make alcohol. The wort is carefully separated from the used grain in the next step, lautering. Section 5. Boiling hops and heat. The clear wort goes into a huge kettle to be boiled. This important step cleans the wort and gets it ready for fermentation.
But the most important thing is that this is when the hops are added to give the beer its bitter taste and smell. The boiling lasts for about an hour.
The hops are added at different times during the boil. This lets Heineken control how bitter and fragrant the beer is. The longer the hops boil, the more bitter the beer gets.
Boiling is exciting. The air smells like hops and sweet malt. It shows that brewing is like art and science at the same time.
After boiling, the wort is cooled down quickly to get ready for fermentation. Section 6. Yeast, Heineken's secret ingredient for a special taste. This unique yeast strain is the cornerstone of Heineken's brewing process, ensuring that every sip of Heineken beer is consistent and delicious. The cooled wort goes into big tanks where the real magic happens. These tanks are meticulously maintained to create the perfect environment for fermentation. This is where Heineken adds its special yeast, a type of yeast they've been growing for over 100 years. This yeast is carefully cultivated in their labs to maintain its purity and effectiveness. This special yeast gives Heineken its balanced taste and a little bit of fruitiness. The yeast interacts with the wort, producing a range of flavors that are both complex and refreshing.
Heineken's yeast works slowly, taking its time to change sugar into alcohol. This slow fermentation process is crucial for developing the beer's unique profile. This slow process creates complex flavors and smells. The combination of hops, malt, and yeast results in a beer that is rich in aroma and taste. Heineken's patience and traditional methods make it special. They adhere to time-honored brewing techniques, ensuring that each batch of beer meets their high standards.
It takes about a week for the yeast to do its job. During this time, the yeast is carefully monitored to ensure optimal fermentation. During this time, the yeast eats the sugar and makes alcohol, bubbles, and lots of flavors. The transformation is fascinating to watch as the yeast works its magic. The result is a beer with Heineken's crispness, balanced bitterness, and a little bit of fruitiness, all thanks to the yeast. This signature taste is what makes Heineken a favorite among beer lovers worldwide. Section 7. Lagering time, temperature, and making the flavor. After fermentation, the beer, now a real Heineken, goes through an important resting time called lagering. This is where Heineken gets its smooth taste. Lagering isn't just waiting, it's about time, temperature, and slowly creating the flavor.
Heineken is lagered for 21 days at 0 degrees Celsius. This long rest lets the yeast sink to the bottom. It also lets the beer soften and develop its full flavor. The cold temperature makes the taste cleaner and crisper.
During lagering, tiny changes keep happening in the beer, making the flavor and smell even better. This slow, cold rest is super important for making Heineken smooth and easy to drink. It shows Heineken cares about quality, even if it takes a long time. Section 8. Quality control. From brewery to bottle, keeping the Heineken standard. Heineken cares about quality all the way to the end. They check everything carefully, from the ingredients to the final bottled beer. This makes sure every bottle of Heineken is perfect.
Before bottling, the beer goes through one last filter to remove any tiny bits of yeast. This makes it clear and keeps the taste fresh. Then each batch is tested in Heineken's high-tech labs.
Heineken also cares about the environment. They want to be kind to the planet during the brewing process by saving water and reducing pollution. Section 9. A celebration of tradition, new ideas, and a perfectly made beer. From grinding the barley to filling the bottles, Heineken's journey shows the art and science of brewing. It's a story of tradition, passed down through many brewers, and also finding new and better ways to do things.
Most of all, it's a story of passion, of wanting to make a beer that is always refreshing and enjoyable. Next time you have a Heineken, think about the journey it took to get to you. Every sip shows the care, the good ingredients, and the brewers who want to make it perfect.
So, cheers to Heineken, a beer enjoyed everywhere. It shows that sometimes the simple things made with care and passion are the best.